Welcome back to our Express Mission Neighborhood Special. Now, one of the ways to get to know a city is by dining at one of its most popular restaurants. At Eleni's, they offer a taste of old-world Greek cuisine, so much so that they actually import ingredients from their family farm in Greece.
It's in the kitchen of her Greek restaurant that Chef Vicky is happiest.
I decided to be a chef because it's in me, and I love it, and always I'm going to be chef because I make the people happy when they say, "Oh, thank you, it was delicious, we'll come back." This is a surf and turf kebab.
Vicky and her husband Nico have owned Eleni's restaurant since 1990, and while he's away this week, she's running the show with the help of their 2 children.
Looks good, Mom.
Growing up, like when I was in junior high and high school, friends would come over and I was like, make sure you don't tell my mom that you're hungry. You're gonna eat, she'll feed you, but don't say you're hungry. And some would make the mistake of saying we're hungry and she'd just go overboard, like do a lamb festival right there. This looks really good. I love the stuff. Yeah, no, it's perfect.
And Vicky is still cooking and serving huge portions of authentic Greek food for her customers.
The food is always excellent. There's always plenty of it. Usually enough for lunch the next day. It's consistent, it's really good quality, and the people are great. You know, we've known Vicky and Nico for a long time, and as do many people who come here. So most of the people you see here are regulars. They eat here probably at least once a week, like we do.
Many of the dishes that Vicky cooks are traditional dishes from Greece, and you don't necessarily find them in other Greek restaurants. And she uses her recipes that she's brought from Greece with her, and so it's very authentic Greek food.
That's the hummus, yeah.
This authenticity has won Eleni's restaurant countless awards. And when asked for the secret to excellent Greek food, Vicky says it all goes back to her roots.
This is the village where my husband and I will grow, and here's where the farm is, with which we grow olive oil and olives, which I use it in here in this restaurant.
This specially imported olive oil is one of many things that keep customers coming back.
Virgin olive.
From your farm?
From our own farm, and we cook it here.
I've been to Greece, and I'm telling you, this is the best food outside of Greece, the very best.
That's the flavor I give to the food, and people love it. That's make me happy. It's more than business. This is more satisfaction for me. This is your flatbread. Yeah, I think I grew up to be a chef. This is a feather roast lamb. It's cooking in stone oven, very slowly.
I'm Kendall Harris in Mission for the Express.
Wednesdays are schnitzel nights at Eleni's. Not very Greek, but definitely one of the most popular evenings. There's also a pub in Mission that has a lot of personality, much like the people who run it. It's actually a pub, a brewery, and a restaurant all in one, with some of the best beer nuts in the Fraser Valley.
Here at Mission Springs Brewery, it's a toss-up between the Bombshell Blonde and the India Pale Ale as the customer favorites. Brewmaster Tim Brown puts care and attention into every batch he makes.
His personality is as big as his beer. He's a very well-respected, great, fun guy to have around.
I'm getting really excited about July 14th with Tariq.
Right, second annual cask night at Mission Springs Brewing Company.
Tim and Nikki are just one part of this well-run operation.
We brew all of our own beer and use all of our beer in our food. I would say that we're definitely a craft brew destination.
It takes almost 2 months for the beer to mature. And when Tim's done brewing...
So we use 2 cups of cream beer, just a little bit of water, white sugar.
Jill puts his product to good use in the kitchen.
The reason I'm using such a big pot is because we want all of our liquid to reduce.
She is the creator of everything that tastes great. You don't actually get skinny work in here when you have a great partner like Jill Anderson in the kitchen.
Even their pizza dough has beer in it.
Both Jill and I really like cooking with booze, and she takes it further than I could ever do. and creates amazing things with my beer.
I come up with all my recipes kind of just in my head. Sometimes I dream it. And Timmy's really inspiring because all of his beers are so good that it's really easy to come up with stuff.
Mission Springs Brewery and Pub is a unique destination. From its decor,
Every wall in our building is covered in classic antique automobile theme. I think we have all the license plates from 1921. We might be missing one up at the front door.
to its surroundings.
We have it all here. Like we have outdoor volleyball. We're sitting on the river, which is just incredible to see sometimes.
And they're ready to serve.
But it's the people who work here,
like caramelized. It's good.
who make you want to come back. In Mission, I'm Melanie Pineda for The Express.
The Mission Springs Brewery doesn't just use the beer and the food. You can also buy soap made from the Blonde Bombshell and the Fat Guy brews. You're watching our Express Mission Neighborhood Special, and we have an important history lesson up next. After the break,
they say that some people, if you're in tune spiritually, you can hear a song still coming from the rock.
The Transformer Stone at Xaytem Village. You're watching local TV on The Express.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by the Lounge Hair Studio, loungehairstudio.com.
You can choose.
You can choose to be alone.
You can choose to be a friend.
Choose to be a friend.
You can choose.
Choose.
You can choose.
You can choose from 70 Shades of Blue.
70 Shades.
You can choose to ignore you.
You can choose to run wild.
You can choose
not to watch.
You can choose to keep a secret.
To be shy.
You can choose to believe. The dogs understand us.
You can choose to be bored.
You can choose to dream.
You choose.
You can choose.
Because you can.
Dear Children's Wish Foundation of Canada, thank you for sending me Rory the Lion. That means I'm going to get my wish, and that makes me really, really happy. Yesterday he was sad, but I told him it's okay, Rory, only 2 more needles until my wish. I will send you pictures from the top of the Rocky Mountains. Love, Emily.
Imagine the difference a wish can make. Click on childrenswish.ca and give today.
Welcome back to our Express Mission Neighborhood Special. This show is about meeting the who's who from today and learning the what's what from before. So keep that in mind with our next feature. We're actually learning a lesson from the landscape on our road trip to Xaytem Village.
Quality Assured Collision Road Trip is brought to you by Quality Assured Collision Services and our network of 18 auto body shops across BC.
The history of BC goes back a lot further than some of us may know. Let's take a road trip back in time, thousands of years back in time.
Just outside of Mission, about an hour from Vancouver, is a historic First Nations site called Xaytem.
In 1990, this land was earmarked for a residential subdivision. The community halted construction when bulldozers unearthed evidence that the Stalo First Nations lived here 5,000 to 9,000 years ago. Today, this longhouse preserves that history and tells their story.
That story has been put together piece by piece using the thousands of artifacts found on site.
We found 40 cobble choppers. They're an ancient axe head, so we knew they were woodworkers. We found numerous fishing tools and implements, so we knew they were fishermen. We found a number of spearheads and spear points, so we knew they were hunting.
Other clues were round stones used in games, ochre for ceremonial and artistic use, boiling stones for cooking, and obsidian from Oregon, which shows they were trading.
We're finding here a very complex culture at 6,000 years.
Xaytem has also recreated the way the Stalo once lived, in underground homes reinforced with cedar timbers.
In these pit houses, where people used to live, we used to call them our winter dwellings. In the summertime, we lived in our longhouse. And in the wintertime, we'd move into our winter dwellings. We've put some furs up on the wall to show the examples of what we might have used. We would use them for blankets, we would use them for ceremony.
The heart of Xaytem is the Transformer Stone, which is central to Stalo spirituality. It is referred to as a lesson on the landscape, one the Stalo still use today and consider sacred.
So they say that some people, if you're in tune spiritually, you can hear a song still coming from the rock.
There are several interactive exhibits at Xaytem to give you an idea of what life was like here several thousand years ago. You can learn to weave, pound out cedar to soften it for clothing, and even carve your own canoe.
Ho, 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 hey, ho, ho.
Every visitor to Xaytem will be welcomed with drumming and song, passing through a colorful art gallery and gift shop. They will leave with new knowledge of a rich and ancient culture whose story was almost never told. In Mission, I'm Kendall Harris for Shaw TV.
Quality Assured Collision Road Trip has been brought to you by Quality Assured Collision Services and our network of 18 auto body shops across BC.
Xaytem Village is open in the summer for public tours. There are also lots of great events happening in the community of Mission, and that's where we're shining today's Cultus Lake Big Summer Spotlight. You can celebrate Canada's biggest day in Mission. The jam-packed day includes an extreme bike show, a talent show, music and entertainment, fireworks, and more. Everyone's invited to enjoy the delights of what the Mission community members make, bake, and grow. Get your fresh produce at the Mission City Farmers Market. Bring a lawn chair or blanket along with a picnic lunch and enjoy live music. The Envision Twilight Concert Series is now in its 20th year of presenting summer evening entertainment. It happens Wednesdays and Fridays at the Fraser River Heritage Park. Thanks for watching our Mission Neighborhood Special. We're going to leave you with a look at more from the local art scene, and we'll see you next time.